afternoon, or evening, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Your Daily Dose. Now, normally I would kick things off and talk about the Family Together event, but I think everybody kind of knows about this event. I'm just going to quick claim these anyway, because why not? And I feel like most players have sort of sussed it out. It's pretty much a replica of Arms Race with slightly different rewards. And I mean, it's good. It's great. It's fantastic. It does a lot of things for your account. Just be mindful that it really is for the spenders. And, like Arms Race, you buy your premium meat, you do the things. Always buy this though. I'd always recommend getting these ones just so you can grab some of these additional stuff. I mean, if you're going to focus on either of these, if you want to do like more, I guess, Legion based support, go with the lesser one. If you want more of these rewards, it should be your focal point. Get more of these rewards because you can save the firecrackers, you can save all of the ox symbols and the lanterns till next time. But today, I figure we are going to do a little bit of an account review showcase. So we have Hashirama's account. Hash is basically just asking, can we go in and check some things out? I believe they acquired this account recently or at some point. So they probably just want a little bit of a heads up as to what goes where. Maybe do some testing out to see what works. Check out some stuff in the bag. We got Warlords Clash up. How are we going in Warlords Clash? So we're at Gold Stage. I don't think you've been doing any of the Warlords Clash there. I don't think so. Have you been doing them? You have. Oh, you're only at Gold Stage. We're going to mess around. We can do some little bit of PvP. But really, I just want to get in there and check out some of the account. So you do actually have, I want to say, two time heroes. So interesting. Still rocking Oda at 5-star, and you have Shingen at 5-star as well. Both very decent heroes in their own right, but they're kind of interim heroes. So if you were going to say a Mythic Generation 1, then you got your Time Hero, so that's a 1.2, then you've got your Gen 2, and then it's a 2.5, and so on and so forth. I always view Mythic Heroes as like the point 0.5 increase in the hero's capacity. That's just the way I view it. It's probably not the most articulate way, but they're like a stopgap for the next generation. They're not as strong as the next generation that gets released, unless it is a support generation, which the Generation 6 heroes of Mythics are. So, arguably, the newest time heroes that are still out, if you were interested in building these ones, they, potentially are the stopgap until you get your Generation 6 because they just offer more DPS, whereas Generation 6 offer support-based mechanisms, but they do give a very significant team buff with your faction, whereas these ones are kind of the interim. Now, I did say to a couple of players if they still use these on the Korean and Chinese server, and they don't because Arcane is out and these are very much redundant, which is kind of sad. But if you are looking to build them, they're both good in their own right. This guy here is just a raw DPS. He literally is just raw DPS. This guy is control, and he does have a good chance to proc his control abilities after the first round. I mean, it just depends if he hits the same target. He does have a passive that does hit the same target, or has a 50% chance if I'm not mistaken. They're both good. I would prefer this guy because he's immune to everything, whereas this guy is immune to beast damage. Dealer's choice. Dealer's choice. Whatever the dice roll plays out for you, I would go for it. But if you are looking to upgrade some of these teams, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Now, Zhao Dun at 6... Oh, he's at 7-star. He's going to be the main carry DPS. So he's going to be the focal point of all of your good stuff. What I would say is, let's have a look at your artifacts. So you have Shadow, well, you have Sky Pierce. I was going to say Shadow Pierce. You have Sky Pierce on Liao Zhang. Okay, Oda, rocking that. Makes sense. Xiao P's got you. I mean, he does work well with the Dragon Heart, but there's no real fault in any of those selections for the artifacts. Well, are they really artifacts and divine weapons? Man, I love to mix things up. But what do you got here? You got Healing Nature. That's not that great. You have 6 secrets on Oda, which is interesting. You have Dragon Flame on Shao P. Well, Dragon Flame is actually meant to be for a DPS. You do have the Poison Voodoo on this guy, and you actually have Wave Breaker, which is very much a support based tactic on Xiao Dun. So this is interesting. We can do some mixes and matches and see what we can get out of the bag. What do we got here though? I think you pretty much pulled out most things. Because you've already 7-starred him, I would probably say the next best thing to do is to get this guy. So that's going to be interesting, but we're gonna juggle some things around and see what we can make of it. I would say, yeah, because you've already done it. So you've already got him the 7-star. Interesting. The tactics are good. So you do have some of these ones, and I do know that you were saying let's do some upgrades, let's grab some stuff out. So we're definitely going to be doing that today. Let me have a look to see what else there is available. So, okay, interesting. Interesting. So I assume this account previously was going for Date. Okay, all right. Well, I mean, I feel like this is something that a lot of players will get stuck out of anyway, mainly because when they start to do the attempts, they realize that it's exceptionally expensive to build the time heroes. And like I said, the time heroes are kind of just sort of interim, which is okay, which is fine. I mean, you've got some of these tokens saved up. What was this one for? I think that was Generation 1. Wow. So this account's just been, yeah, don't worry. Some of my accounts missed the boat too. It does happen. How are you looking for these shards? Have you maxed all these ones out perfect so you don't need to worry about those ones? You got some selection chests as well. I'll let you play around with all of that. Basically, work on your indexes for your legendary heroes is really the only way to go about it. But we are going to be pulling these ones out. So I think it's kind of important. I would recommend the DPS. So this one here, the Cloud Deer, it is nice. It definitely adds layers of protection and obviously gives a chance to heal your entire team. But if you are actually being logistical about it, Soaring Thunder is the best one out of both of them. So we're going to go ahead and grab Soaring Thunder. So we need to get all 90 of these ones out. So there we go. We're going to be sticking Soaring Thunder on Zhao Dun. So that's going to be pretty cool. I reckon that's probably going to be a little bit of a damage increase. We're going to get rid of Venom Voodoo because Venom Voodoo doesn't really do very much. I won't reset though because I don't. Maybe I will. We'll see. We're just going to remove you. I'm going to remove you and I'm going to stick you on our support hero. So we're going to remove you. We're going to change you for Wave Breaker. Now, the rule of thumb is you don't want to be running, if you want to be running offensive on your offensive heroes, it actually increases the damage like a lot. Like a lot. So, you always want to be running offensive tactics on your offensive heroes. Um, Thus, Wave Breaker can go there. I mean, look, Venom Voodoo, or do we go with a little bit more control? Control or healing? I kind of. Uh, Control is better. Control is better. And I mean, you're running interesting. Interesting. You've got Xiao Xiao. MC control. I feel like control is going to be a little bit better. If I'm debating that now. I'm debating it. What does healing do again? Let me just go into this thing over here. I'm trying to figure this one out because I don't think it does much. Healing nature really doesn't do very much when killed. No, that's pointless. That's a pointless one. No, we're gonna take away that one. We don't need that one. So I reckon with Soaring Thunder though, we can go ahead and enhance this a couple of times. Honestly, you can reset if you would like to reset the Wave Breaker one because you really won't be using it. And just grab some of the items out of it. That would be my advice. Is when you get some time, I'll show you where to go to do that. But I would just go ahead and reset that and start leveling up Soaring Thunder. Do some research as well. I assume you've got everything you need to get this one up to the base minimum before you need another full copy. You're going to get a bit of power just by doing this, though, so that's good. It's always nice. It's always nice to get a little bit of a power increase. But the real reason that you want this is just the raw DPS. You want that, and then, yeah. So there you go. You're already at that stage where you need a second one. Apart from that, I probably would just chill. Just chill. Get the indexes before you start working on that stuff, because it's not that important. Wavebreaker was a good choice, but I would get the Eagle one next. So when that does come out, and I think that will be out. I want to say that'll be out in Arms Race. Do you have any tokens saved up for Arms Race? You got any chests lying around? Any chests? No chests. Got some vouchers, which is good. You always want to keep some vouchers for Arms Race, but no chests. That's okay. Arms Race, you could try to work on the next mythic. The only reason I say that is because you've already maxed out Jaldun, so it doesn't hurt you to spend a little bit more on some of the other ones. But what I want to have a look at is, can we replace Oda with somebody else? Now, it looks like you've maxed Oda out on this account to be your number one DPS, which is kind of interesting because Oda isn't actually a good DPS. He is a decent DPS, but he, in the grand scheme of things, is not that great. So, what I think we can do is we can actually start to swap him out. So Zeldun is actually going to be your top DPS for this nation. It's surprising, right? Everyone's like, what? No way. Yeah, no. Zeldun actually has the ability to do a bucket load of damage. So we have to do some swappages. We're going to do some swappages. I still like the idea of Oda, but no. I feel like there's got to be some better alternatives there. How are we going with the rest of your indexes? You've got this guy to 5-star. You've got him to 5-star. I mean, potentially, I would get this guy up to 7-star because, in my opinion, he's just better than Oda. He's just better than Oda. She's okay, but I can see why you would swap her out. I don't think you necessarily have to go with a full nation of Wei. You can keep Shingen, though. Keep Shingen for a little bit until you get Zen Shi, the Generation 6. Then swap him out for her. And I don't know. If this guy was 7-star, I definitely would be running him. But is it really worth swapping him for that? Puppet Shoe is really good for single target. And he works really good with the Heaven's Sword, the Whale Slayer. He actually works really nice. But you kind of have to get him to 7-star to be relevant in this sort of meta-ish gameplay. One thing that I will do, though, it's complicated, isn't it? It's complicated because we're already moving into the Arcane era. Do we really want to be spending any more time and effort on that? The decisions. One thing I will say though is this guy, he doesn't need your best gear. He doesn't need it. I mean, I know, look, he looks like a badass and all that, but to be completely honest, I don't feel like he does. He just doesn't do as much as what this guy can potentially churn out. And you kind of want this guy running it too, because he shuts down other heroes. So he's really strong. Everyone shits on Wei Nation, but Wei Nation has got some pretty lethal abilities. I will give you that. So we're going to swap that out. You've already got that. So what do you got? Dragon here? Dragon. Change. I'm going to run this on you because you're still going to out DPS. Technically, you should be out DPSing Oda anyway. Let's just run this. Change you. You can keep that. Yeah. I don't know. Oda kind of fell off. You may have actually just had this there for Demon's Raid. Which is understandable. Like, he still does a lot of damage in Demon's Raid because he just boosts himself off certain things because obviously they have lots of stacks of debuffs and things like that on them. Let me have a look though. We got six secret technique. You have that. You have that. You have that. You have that. I mean, just that little swappies, the old swappies there. I'd say you're probably going to get a little bit more damage out of that. Let's mess around a little bit because there's not too much else that we can pull out of the bag. Actually, before we do that, you do probably have Tatooine. Yeah, you've got this guy. I mean, you is it worth it? It is kind of worth it. It's definitely worth ranking this guy up. I mean, you do have that. Or do we do another rank of the Sky Piercer? How many do we need? How many do we need? A bucket load. It's not going to be enough. Hmm. The only thought that I'm having is it would be nice to get the Sky Piercer up, but alternatively, getting this guy to 4-star unlocks better ability upgrades. That's terrible English. What does it really do at 4-star? Let me have a look. I'm pretty sure 4-star though, he does get a bit of a boost. So 0-star, level 3. At the start of the battle, you get thirst. Yeah, it just increases the percentages. I think it increases the cap too, so that you can instant kill a little bit better. Hmm. Just keep the shards. Keep the shards. I don't really need to muck around with that one. The only thing that I can think of is that you're very, very close to getting to 4-star. So when he does appear in the billionaire event, you will be able to pull those shards out and use them. I really wouldn't use these shards for anything else because you've already got Generation 4 and Generation 5 upgraded. It doesn't really make any sense to pull these out and upgrade Papa Chew because the reality is, even if we swap Papa Chew for Oda, you wouldn't be using him for very much longer anyway. So there's always that. There's always all of those things, isn't there? Ugh, there's always those things. Wow. Okay. Well, you got 43 of those, so you must have done a little bit of spending. I'm glad I grabbed those though, because geez, this event's ending. Imagine if you'd missed that. Damn. Don't miss the opportunity. Grab the tokens. You don't have to spend the tokens. You just keep them. 43 plus that you wouldn't have enough anyway, so I probably wouldn't roll the dice on it. What were you building though? What were you working towards? You were working towards Yoshido. Okay. Old mate Hideyoshi. Wow, Yoshi. We're gonna call him Yoshi again. So you're working towards him. I'd just save those tokens until you get the guaranteed selection chest because it's just a lot. It is a lot. And they gypped us. They gypped us hard. Is there anyone else that we can get out of this though? Because you don't necessarily need anything. Maybe work on your combination charms next. Get the Generation 5 combos. I would say that would be a worthy, mm, worthy investment. Yeah, oh, I kind of, I kind of wish I told you to do the Gen 6 and build that. The tactics are nice, but the Gen 6 would have been really good for this team because then you would have gotten rid of Oda for that. And boost the overall damage. Of course, yeah, that's fine. It's fine. You're still going to get some pretty significant increases. All right, let's jump into this. Let's have a look, sees. Did you do your Beast Realm today? Did you do your Beast Realm today? I don't know if you did. Oh, maybe you did. Maybe you didn't. Maybe we can go and test this out. We're gonna have to speed this up though. Like, come on, game. Come on, don't make me tap that button. There we go. +7. A little bit quicker. Marshall. Oh, no, we can't. So you're already done. Perfect. A lot of people don't sleep on that. Make sure you keep pushing your your Beast Realm is very, very important. But what were we going to do today? We were going to go to PvP. We're going to go to Warlords Clash. We're going to check out some temps here. Let's change up the formation a little bit. So you do have both strategists, which is very, very cool. Jardun should be in slot 1. So let's throw Sheldon in there. I think you had this up for Demon's Raids before. So Xiaopi, Xiaodun, we're gonna throw you there. No, come back here. Go there. You go there. Shingen goes there. Oda at the back row. What ones we got here? Negligible. Oh, you could do Moonlight Dance. Moonlight Dance is still relevant, I guess, but okay, interesting. So you're gonna go with the Earthquake combo. Alright, let's test this out. So always go slot one, Xiaopi. You could spot you could technically go Jardin because he pops off, but Xiaopi for the paralysis round one is always good. Um yeah, there you go. So that's the power of your new tactic, basically. That's why you should always get that one. That one's the best one out of the both one. Like the D is nice, but nah, the Thunder Dragon is the better one. I would definitely recommend Thunder Dragon, but I want to see Xiaodin pop off. You don't necessarily have to run the way. He could run Sky Piercer on him, but yeah, he could. I kind of think I kind of think that it's a good idea. Make him super glass tank, like cannony. Come on, buddy, just pop off already. I want to see you just annihilate this person. Ah, man, this immunity is just annoying. Come on. Honestly, tempted just to hit that skip button. I'm just gonna hit that skip button. What power was that guy? So Buffodling actually did pretty interesting. Let's just keep going. I want to see who else we can fight because you're at like 1.4 trillion. So what's this one? You're probably just gonna one shot everyone. Yeah, okay, we're gonna skip ahead in some of these fights. Come on, give us something interesting. Otherwise, I'll just go in and actually have a look for some of your separate opponents. It is a tricky one. It is a tricky one. Hmm. Yeah, unfortunately, Wei Nation doesn't really shine as much as it used to, which really sucks because I do like them. I know that was just it's a weird statement, but I do like them. I've always liked them. I've always liked my yawning way. Um, I'm gonna check out old mates Jardin after this because I think we might make some adjustments in a second. I think we're gonna make some adjustments. Hmm. Come on. We already know the outcome. Jeez, game. You're annoying me. Let's have a look at some other things though. Let's just jump into that. Report. No. Season rankings, server wide. So we're looking for someone around your power level. Hmm. 1-5? Alright. 1-5, let's go. Oh, he's got the Jardin skin. Interesting. I mean, I guess this is kind of the optimal. I mean, they're running Mori too, aren't they? Hmm. So they're running Mori. They're running Zenji. The yes. Hmm. Right. Oh, they got the eagle too. Interesting. And wave breaker. All right. Yeah, but yeah, Shell P is always slot one. That's kind of mandatory. It's kind of mandatory because you want to shut down the team. If you can't shut down the enemy team on a Away Nation, you're kind of screwed. I mean, yeah, it's War God slot two. It's kind of old school. Everyone runs him slot two. We could try that out. He does hit the most in slot two, but I just want to see Jardin pop off. Come on, buddy. Which means I think we're going to have to swap his artifact because he's not going to pop off with the current one he's got on. So Icebound, we're not going to win this fight. But let's revisit that in a second. We're going to come back. Going to mess around a little bit more because I don't think we need to be running that on you. I think we need to be running that on this guy over here. I'm going to remove you. I'm going to run this guy, and then we're going to co-op it. Come on, buddy. Let's just throw in the co-op. Actually, 7-star blade, get a little bit more power. I want to run this one because I want him to start with full hatred round one. And of course, it doesn't matter. Oda can have this one because he's not going to die, and it works out for him quite nicely. There's not really an alternative for him, to be honest. I mean, you could kind of run that with him. It's yeah. That's definitely a support artifact. Definitely a support artifact. All right. Anyway, let's shut up. Let's do this again. Come back here, buddy. We're going for round two now. Seasonal report. Season 1-5. 1-5, 1-5, 1-5. Forget his name. 1-5. There you go. Juju. Alright, let's just do this. Let's see if Al Sharpie gets off before his does. In terms of paralysis game, I don't like the chances. If we can paralyze War God, come on. Maybe? 30 years later? Don't die, Jad. Don't die. Don't you dare die. Oh, you're gonna die, aren't you? Nope. Nope, you're not. I'm not jinxing it. Stay alive. Now, we didn't paralyze the guy, which kind of sucks, so War God could potentially kill us here. Let's have a look. Let's watch. Nope, he's not gonna kill us. Can we kill him? We did not. So that's because I know he does. I know he does like dual attacks. I know Jardin can attack cut twice in a row, so that's good. That's good. I'm not gonna say that's bad, but it kind of disappointed me a little bit with that damage. I know that they had a bucket load of shields though. We're gonna check this out anyway. Let's see how much she did. Okay, so he did the most damage. War God still chops a fair bit. Not gonna get rid of War God. Um, I mean, he's still relevant. I'm not gonna say that he's not because he is. Like for most situations, he's still gonna be relevant. Let me see if we can change the formation up a little bit. Let's try this. Let's run him like that, and let's run you like this. No, give me that. Come back. Let's run you like this. I think I think we might be able to do some damage. I want to see if we could just win this one, but I honestly don't know. it's it's really hard to find other nations. Actually, you know how hard it is to find Wei nations? It's ridiculously hard to find Wei nations. I think I scrolled past you. Is there anyone else? Is there anyone else? There's this guy. Oh, he's also running. What is the go with this server bracket? They all want to run Wei Nation? I mean, I'm not complaining, but interesting. So this guy's gone pure traditional, no hybrids here. Papa Chew, of course, is still there. And he's got the strategist. Very nice. I mean, this could be a good fight. This could be a good fight. But honestly, not really anything you could do, unfortunately. At this stage of the game, it's really just building on your index scores and basically just waiting to get your Generation 6 out for the support function. Um, yeah, yeah. I mean, you could swap to a different nation if you really don't like playing Wei. Does Wei get stronger in the Arcane era? They get more annoying. I've can't say that they're the greatest nation in the Arcane era, but they certainly are one of the most annoying to fight. um, that was a sexy combo. I think that was the Generation 5 as well. Okay, interesting. One thing I would recommend though is getting a better main transformation. Damn, he's shut down freaking Jardin. Come on. Can I find you again? I can't. I can't find you. Where'd you go? Come back. Scrolling is gonna. Come on. Come on. 1-5. 1-5. I saw a 1-5. There we go. I probably scrolled back. He probably was there to begin with. Let's skip ahead. Still didn't win. Alright, so still, I mean, he's doing decent damage. I still feel like Jaldun is going to be the carry hero for this nation. War God, still very, very relevant. Unfortunately, there's not really too much else to talk about in terms of this account. There's not a lot to work towards. I would recommend upgrading your Divine Beast, Old Mate Greedy Guts, to 4-star when that appears. Start working on your Generation 6 hero because the buff that you will get from that is better. Take out Oda, keep Shingen. Take out Oda, replace that for Zenji, and then that's pretty much it. Just keep plodding along until the Arcane hero appears. Still pretty viable though. Still pretty viable. I know a lot of people don't really talk too much about it, but this guy, he'll be trouble. Shang He will actually be pretty good. I do feel like it's a lot more of. I don't think he's going to be a raw DPS. I just don't see that, but could be wrong. I could be wrong. We all make mistakes here. I know it just he boosts the damage of team members, which is really good, but at the same time, I don't know if he's going to do a lot of damage when the affected enemy receives damage. Another adjacent enemy will receive true damage. Okay, splash damage, not too bad. It's yeah. I just don't know. I just don't know. This one really doesn't stand out to me. I feel like with the minute they add too many words, it just like no. If you need a lot of words to explain what a hero does, it's just not going to help anyone out. All right. Well, anyway, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comment section down below. Do you like Wei Nation? If you're running Wei Nation, how would you set up your heroes as well? Are you impressed with Zhao Dun? Is he popping off for you, or is he just a little bit of an infiller? Also, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, notification, jump into our Discord and link in field below. If you see me on Facebook, don't be afraid to say hello there and add me as a friend. But until next time, thank you very much, Hashirama.